Hi everybody, it's time for another J9’s Patio Chat check-in. I hope you're doing well today. It is a beautiful day here in Halifax. The sun is shining and I am out on my patio. No crows yet, Deanna, but I'm hearing some lovely other birds. But you never know. We'll see if we get any crows while we're out here. I do want to first point out that I'm wearing gray besides the pink. So there's gray in my shirt and there is gray in my hair. You can see there. That's really the only gray I have. Anyway, I feel blessed by that, and honestly, it doesn't even really bother me. However, I'm turning May gray in support of Brain Tumor Awareness Month, which is May. I have a good friend, Danielle, who a few years ago discovered she had a brain tumor, and she's currently doing treatment in Cape Breton. And so I send this out to you, Danielle, and I send this out to all the others in my life that may be impacted or know someone who is impacted. It's certainly a very important cause, and part of, you'll see when I post it, I posted my Facebook photo now has the little tagline on it, and I'm wearing gray, but I'm going to do a more fulsome post that explains it. And one of the things they're talking about is since we're in isolation and not leaving the house, our hairdressers are not doing our hair, so a lot of people are going gray. So they're trying to take that opportunity to perhaps encourage people to use those funds to maybe donate to the Brain Tumor Foundation of Canada, or maybe to your local hospitals. So I would consider doing that. I will be doing that. I've donated recently to the Cape Breton Regional Foundation, Hospital Foundation, and I have donated to the Cancer Care Center before there, and I've specified my donations a few times. But there's never too many times to donate. So if you're willing and able, and it's something you're interested in doing, please consider doing that. So that's why I'm wearing gray. On a less serious topic, I'm also wearing the pink, and you'll see I'm wearing my Big Spruce. And yes, I can hear people now, are you working for Big Spruce? No, I'm not working for Big Spruce. Anything I promote on my Patio Chat, I do on my own because I want to. I think most of you know, though, that I love to support local, and for me, local definitely includes Cape Breton. It includes all of Nova Scotia, but that is, as you know, also where my heart is. And my favorite beer comes from Big Spruce Silver Tart, but which is this beer. And I also love pink, so this works perfectly for me. I didn't really want to show you my arms today because they are so white, because I'm so white, because I don't have any color. But I have my pink. Anyway, they released a brand new hard seltzer, and I ordered it right away without even trying it, because I can't. I mean, I have to order it. And because they're delivering it for free, well, maybe not just because, but they're asking for minimum orders. So anyway, I ordered some. It arrived today from the wonderful Steve. Lovely contact-free delivery. Sent me a quick text. I went outside. He had to, of course, see me to know that I was over 19. And didn't he drop off this lovely Bliss hard seltzer? Red raspberry. I know this does sort of seem like a commercial, but anyway, the reason I wanted to do this is because I thought it would be fun to try it with you. So I got it earlier today, so of course I was working. I didn't crack it open until just now, before I came out on the patio. So I've poured it in very appropriately, I believe, my Cape Breton Beer Fest glass. Shout out to Mark Bott for organizing our Cape Breton Beer Fest, and also to my Beer Fest buddy, Will. I didn't expect it, for some reason I expected it to be like pink, so that was the first thing, like what? The bubbles are there, they've settled a bit, but I wanted to try it with you on the patio. So this is my first taste. Let's see what we think. Oh goodness, very nice. It's very nice. It's not sweet. Very smooth. So I have a few of these, and I have offered to a few of my friends to share. But the great thing is that you can get these delivered to you if you live in Nova Scotia. They're doing free delivery. So shout out to Big Spruce and all the other local businesses that are keeping us, keeping us in food and drinks and the things that we need, or maybe the things that we want. In this case, this is something I want, and I am going to enjoy it. Let me just have another sip. Tastes like two. Oh yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, I like it. very mild, nice flavor, not too sweet. That is my review. So you guys can see what you think, but I'm going to enjoy a little bit of that, a little bit more of that later. I'll enjoy this can. But I think I will, in fact, then switch to wine because it's Wine Wednesday and it's time for my date with Darren. So Darren and I try to do Wine Wednesday every Wednesday, which I really love. And I haven't talked to Darren since actually last Wednesday. So, geez, we're due for a catch-up. I mean, occasionally we're texting back and forth. Maybe we'll get a little appearance from Kevin, his partner, and Kevin's son, Zach, who is now there with them as well. Yeah. So why don't we do birthdays next? Birthdays. Oh, actually, one other thing I wanted to mention is yesterday I missed an anniversary. My friend Cheryl McCory from high school, this woman ages in reverse. You should see her. She's the one that does Step Off a Size in Mabou. Oh my God. Anyway, she's gorgeous. Beautiful family. Beautiful children. Very talented children too. All of her children are musical. And her husband celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary yesterday. So congratulations, Cheryl. I know you, I saw some beautiful pictures and you guys are just a beautiful family. But in terms of birthdays, we have Tracy Lovett. Happy birthday. Hope you're doing well at home. Corey White. Corey is a hairdresser, so you know she's very popular with all of us. I'd love to have you over, Corey, if, well, I know I can't anyway, but you're not close. You're in Cape Breton. But I'm sure all of your clients are eagerly awaiting the time when they can see you again. So I hope that you're having a good birthday. Corey is a dear friend. She was the neighbor of my grandmother for years, and her Aunt Sis was a really close friend of my grandmother's, lived right next door. So just a special place in my heart for that family. So thinking about you, Corey, and all those times we had growing up, and I know that you're still in that area, and it must be so different not having my grandparents next door. And it is Mike Hussey's birthday. Hi, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Mike is a musical guy too, and he used to entertain us a lot. Him and his band. I remember playing at Smooth Herman's and being there late, very late into the night, perhaps early into the morning, but those were good times. Anyway, Mike and I went to high school together. So those are my birthdays. Oh, and that's right, I also told Scott I was going to send out a birthday to his little cutie. I don't know if Scott, I'm not sure if this is your niece or what your connection is to this little girl, but Lillian is 4 today, and she is straight up adorable. So I hope she's having a good birthday. And I also know that Cole is 8 weeks old today. And that's actually Danielle, who I was talking about earlier. It's her nephew, Cole. He's 8 weeks old, and that's Caitlin and Mark's little guy. And he is adorable. And I'll tell you, this guy, they're going to be in big trouble because his eyes, anyway. Wow, like just a beautiful little boy. So, lots of little cuties in the world. I love it. I want to send a shout out too to my friend Tammy George, because she posted today, she keeps track of her quitting smoking, and it's been since early January that she hasn't had a cigarette. So congratulations, Tammy. I know that quitting smoking is not easy. So if that's something, you know, for folks that want to do that, I applaud you, and good for you. I know it's not easy. And also a shout out to your partner, Ben, because I think you were saying it was over a year for him. So congratulations to you both. There was something else I didn't mention yesterday because I did really want to focus my sort of thoughts yesterday on the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. It's very important, and I don't think, you know, one day is not enough. We should be thinking about it every day. But one of the things that I saw on my friend Robin's, oh, there go my notes. Oh God, I always think of Kelly when my notes go flying. Anyway, my friend Robin had posted yesterday on her Facebook about Liberation Day in the Netherlands, and yesterday was the 75th anniversary, and she was encouraging people to look it up if they didn't know about it. So I did look it up, and it does make me proud. I'm not always proud to be Canadian. There's not, you know, everything in our history is not something to be proud of, but I think this is. It talks about when the Canadian troops were part of liberating Holland, and like from Hitler's reign, essentially. And so anyway, Robin told a little story about it yesterday and some people that she met while she was in Holland, and it was a beautiful story. So you should also look it up if you didn't know. So I did look it up. I'm not going to spend too much more time talking about it because I think that you should look it up for yourself and find out more about it. So that was yesterday, and I didn't see that until later. Something else that I saw yesterday that really made me reflect was I saw a meme that my friend Barb had posted about, I don't know the exact wording, but it was about going to local restaurants. Like, oh, can you remember when we used to go to local restaurants? And in fact, I remember really vividly the last time I was in a restaurant. It was March 13th, sorry, it was a Friday. Just checking my notes. This note, I've got 2 sets of notes and one went flying. March 13th, I went to East of Grafton. It was a really crappy night in Halifax. It was raining, it was yucky out. I had asked a few friends if they wanted to meet for happy hour. We often go to East of Grafton for happy hour. And anyway, they didn't want to go, and I don't blame them. It was really yucky out. Anyway, I couldn't find anyone to go, so I thought, you know what, that's fine. I'm gonna go on my own. And in the back of my mind, I had a feeling that this was gonna be the last time I would go to a bar for a while or to a restaurant. I just had a feeling, because that day we had been asked at work to take our laptop it was later in the day, but for those who would have still been around, I worked till 5, so I was still there. They had asked us to take home our laptops, and they just said, you'll get further direction on Monday, but there's a potential that you'll be working from home for a bit. And that was kind of the end of it. So I took my laptop and headed up to East of Grafton. I absolutely love East of Grafton. If you've never been to their happy hour, I think it's one of the best. It depends on what you like, but they have really delicious food. I'm a big Prosecco fan, so I always have a few glasses of Prosecco. So this night, that's what I did. And I think I had the tacos and, oh my God, the Brussels sprouts, I believe. I kind of went all out. I had a few different things. And there was 2 women sitting next to me that were out for a drink, and we all ended up chatting. So it was just a really interesting night because I had my favorite server, Alex. Hi, Alex. I don't think Alex is watching, but in case he is, actually, I'm gonna send him a text and tell him to watch this one. So Alex, you're fantastic, and I can't wait till we can go to East of Grafton again, because it's not one of the restaurants currently doing takeout. So I miss you so much. So Alex, as usual, was taking fantastic care of me. We had a little chat like we always do. But anyway, it was just, I stayed there for a while. I just, you know, I sort of wanted to savor the time there. And while I was there, the other thing that happened was the cast of Calendar Girls came in from Neptune across the street. And they had just made the decision to end the show early. And I just felt so bad for them because, you know, I had heard from folks who had seen the show, and it was on my list of I had actually, friends of mine had gotten tickets for me as part of my dog sitting gig that never ended up happening because they couldn't go to Cuba. But they had gotten a ticket for us to go to Calendar Girls, and I had heard it was so great from the folks who had seen the show. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see it, and unfortunately, they didn't get to continue the show. And, you know, when they came in and they were all, you know, having drinks and just sort of talking about it, I just felt so bad for them. So I remember that night, like I said, very vividly. And then I was trying to wait for it to pass because the weather was crap. And then there was a window, which is what I should have taken. There was a window of time when the weather got a little bit better. But, you know, I just decided to have one more drink. And sure enough, by the time I had to go back out into it, it was a disaster. But I got home, I was soaked to the skin, you know, had a bath and kind of, you know, had an early night, actually. It wasn't really, because I went right after work. And that was it. That was the last time, March 13th, that I was in a restaurant publicly. You know, sitting down at a restaurant, I mean. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's interesting to think about that. In many ways, it seems so long ago, but then in other ways, it doesn't. Let's just have another sip of this, shall we? And you know what? It's 5%, so it's not a, you know, it's something you could just enjoy one. Have one out on the patio. I think it's a great idea. So, my other notes are down there. I'm trying to think if maybe I will take a quick look. You know what? I'm just going off camera for a sec. I never do that. I'm getting more comfortable with you lovely people. Okay, did I cover everything? I think I did. A reminder to folks, and hopefully you don't need this reminder, but Sunday is Mother's Day, so if you have not gotten on that, make sure you do something special for your mom. And I know it's always a difficult time for folks who don't have moms or don't have their moms with them now. Their moms are no longer here with us. I send out love to you always. But for those who have the wonderful and blessed opportunity, like I do, to celebrate my mom, we will. So we're gonna plan something for you, Mom. And also, my brothers and I are hoping to do a Zoom chat at the same time, so we can give a big shout out to Mom and all the moms out there. You guys rock. Yeah, big love and big kudos to all the parents. In fact, I know I gave a shout out to the kids the other day. I also really applaud you parents. I'm here keeping myself together, but it's just me. I don't even have, a cat to take care of or another living being. But you do, for those of you who have kids, and I applaud you. I know it's not easy keeping your kids entertained, and if you work from home, I think I have mentioned that before, you deserve all the love and praise. So, another day has gone by, and you know what? I didn't actually see any news today. None. I had a few chats today with colleagues. I had a few calls. One of the things I did today was chat with my colleague Andrea in PEI, and she and I were talking about stigma. She had an opportunity to present our CPHO, who you know well, Dr. Tam, Dr. Teresa Tam. You all know her now because you see her frequently on the news if you didn't know her before. And just late December, she released her stigma report, and that's something I'll be working on quite a bit too when I get back to work. We're doing a bit of it now, but it's stalled, of course, because a lot of the community organizations and the people that we want to have conversations about stigma with, it's just not the time. They're stalled. They're doing other things. The community organizations we support are busy making sure that the folks that they support have what they need, and that's the priority. However, Andrea had an opportunity to speak to some youth in PEI about the stigma report, and more specifically what she talked about was what the impact is. She was talking about sexual health and the impact of youth accessing sexual health resources and what that looks like in a pandemic situation. So she, used the current COVID situation and had a really engaging discussion with the youth there. So I'm looking to have similar opportunities here at some point with youth and with others as well. And so if, I'll just put that plug out there. If your organization is interested in learning more about the stigma report, I'm happy to come and chat with you about it. So yeah. Oh, you know what? One other thing happened that just made my day yesterday. I got an email from the CBU alumni, and I was asked to do a little article for the Distinction magazine, which is our alumni magazine. So I was really happy about that, and I think part of why I was chosen is because of my work in public health. So I always welcome the opportunity to talk about my work. I'm very proud of working in public health. Yeah, I think a lot of times public health is it's very much in the spotlight now, but not always. Oh my God, it not always is. It isn't always. Oh my God, I do have a communications background, believe it or not. Anyway, I think I will leave it at that. I hope you had a good day. I hope there was sunshine in everybody's life today. The sun just makes such a difference. I'm sitting out here and taking in this beautiful blue sky. Enjoying this drink that was delivered to me. I feel very lucky. I feel very fortunate. Today, I didn't talk a lot about COVID. I didn't look at the news. So I'm going to leave it at that, because some days that's where you are. And that's where I am today. I'm in a place where I'm out in the sun, and I'm just going to enjoy. And I'm going to have some chats with a few friends while I'm out here, talk with Darren, and yeah, I look forward to checking in with you again tomorrow. So take good care of yourselves and take good care of others. Bye.